Hey there, it's Steve from Greenway Outdoor Maintenance. I just got done changing blades on my Skag, which is over there. Did my just did my EXMARK. My EXMARK has a slight problem. It has a leak in the tire. So those tires are about shot anyway. So I'm just gonna. I got a new one there to put on in its place. So I have to re-grease it because there ain't too much grease in there. After I put it on, I'll re-grease them up. But there's 4 holes, 4 screws. You got this little keeper pin here with a couple washers you got to take off, and then take out these 4 bolts here from the back side underneath, which I thought was really stupid. Not like the Skag where I just take 4 bolts off the outside of the tire and it goes like that. So I need to get my kneeling pad here. Oops, so we're in the truck. Walk around my garage aimlessly. So, a cup of coffee, and I shall show you. I won't bore you with the details. I will show you after I get it off what it looks like and the crap I have to go through to get it on. It's really not that hard to do. It's just time consuming because you got to jack it up, put a brick under the edge of the tire so it holds it up, and you do all that after you get the bolts loose because you always get that somebody stands there and holds the damn brakes on the tire the more. So I won't bore you with all that gory detail. After I get it off, I will show you what it looks like. I'm aimlessly wandering around with the camera in my hand. Anyway, so, and then I got to adjust the carburetor on my FS90R steel I bought earlier, which I haven't done the review on that yet. I got last week when my other 2 trimmers blew up. Well, they didn't blow up, they quit running. They're still at the shop because the guy that does the small engines is having problems, so they're way behind. Anyway, that's another story for another time. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you with doing all the camera running and me cussing because I rack my knuckles all the time. But I will film more of this in a little bit after I get loose. But I will show you where the 4 nuts are before I do that. On the back side, over here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's one nut here, and as you rotate the tires, the next one, there's 4 of them all the way around there. I think it's a 10 millimeter or 7/16, I can't remember. But I got 4 of these are on here, and I got to take each one off, then slides out the other side, then I slide the new one on, line up all the holes again, and do all that. I'm not going to bore you with all that, but it's just a pain in the butt to do. So, and then I'll take my old tire over there and have a new tire put on, and I'll do this side. So, but these tires have lasted me, almost a year, a little over a year. I got this more, have brand new tires on it. So, that one I does believe has a tube in it. So, and when it starts leaking, I pop it off with a tube in, and it'll run for the rest of the year. Anyway, hopefully I don't get any flats. But that's what it is for this one. I'll let you guys go, and then when I get it apart, I'll show you what it looks like. Bye for now. Okay, so I got the tire partially off here. And there's that disc here. The hard part is putting the screw through and getting the washer in between here and here and screwing onto this part here. There's the real pain in the hootska. There's that one. Here's my new one. Like I said, there's 4 screws, and each one of these little washers, you put the screw through underneath that plate. Then I put these washers in between the plate and the disc, and then tighten the screw on. Yeah, the first 3 are easy. The 4th one's a bitch to get on. She'll let you see how you do all this fun shit. You make sure when you do this, you put these new tires on, make sure you grease them up real good, because I take them in to get changed. Put them on a spindle, they clean out half my grease. Oh yeah, Steve, it goes on a little easy. It usually goes on a lot easier than this, guys. There we go. Okay. Now I shall show you the fun part. These 4 little holes. And I got to line the first one up with the rim on the other side. So it goes through 2 thin housings, the pulley for the brake, the disc for the brake, the pulley for the belt, then screws into the tire. The hard part is getting lined up for the very first time. There's that one. Okay, now I gotta take this off again. Put the 1, 2, 3. Oh, got a lot of grease on my hand. There we go. I don't tighten these down all the way, just enough to so you turn them. Okay, number 2. I don't know of any easier way to do this, so if one of you guys out there has an easier way of lining up the holes and putting the screws in. It took me 2 hours, the very first time I did this, many years ago, to figure out how this works. I just, you know, back when I did this the very first time 20 years ago, there was no YouTube that showed you all this shit. And I said the last one is usually the hardest one because you don't have as much room in there as you did with the other 3. You have very thin fingers, which I really don't have thin fingers, but come on. Now I got too far in there. Come on. Yep, I had it, but I didn't. This is always the hard one. There we go. Hopefully you guys may not see all this. I don't know if you can see it with all the crap in there with my hand in front of the lens. You ain't gonna see nothing. Okay. Now you tighten these down. You gotta kind of hold on to the tire. What I do here is I cinch them down the best I can, and then after I put the motor down on the tire on the ground, I go along and check each one, cinch it down really good once it's on the ground, because you can't hold on to it once on the up in the air like this. You can't hold on to the tire and crash it, and your bike can't. Anyway. It's not that hard to do once you figure out how you're doing it and what you're doing. Pretty simple after that. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing down there. Hopefully. I've only had one of these come loose after I've changed it. I don't know why. It came loose. After I cinched them again, I know when you get these brand new from the factory, they put this glue on that. They put on the spindle bolts. They put on these bolts. You also need a, I don't know why the factory does that. I guess they're going to fall apart in shipping. Okay, that part's done. Then you take this belly here and put off all my excess grease, which I will re-grease when I put it on. And the washer goes on there. Oops, I dropped the washer. And that spacer goes on. You take this little puppy here like this, Find the groove. There's a big one. Big old pliers. I can get this lined up right. I usually don't have that much trouble. Okay. That give me fits. I get this started, like I said, I usually don't have much trouble. Come on. Okay, now it's making fun of me. I got that on there, but I don't like the way it's spinning. It needs more grease. Anyway, I haven't greased it yet. I'm not happy with the way that's sitting in there. I think it's done all the way. Oh, I'll take a look at it later. I'll have to watch it when I move next week and see if it pops off. I've lost a few of those over time too. I'm gonna get my grease gun and I'll come back and grease that puppy. So now I'm gonna grease this wheel. I usually, people say only 2 or 3 squirts. Well, all the grease comes out when he pumps it in, so I'm gonna pump the shit out of it. Bugs on me. This is down in the water, the goo and the mist, so I pump it up good. That should be good. You know, I told you earlier it wasn't turning too easily. It being about me. Put the brake on. Put a few more squirts in there. Whenever I change tires, I always put. I do this once a month when I change. I grease it up every month. I put a couple squirts in here, the front tires and back tires and the gearbox. So anyway, and that's it for changing a tire on my EXMARK mower. Got my little timer on there, so I got like 67 hours on there. So I put that puppy on. She's an old machine, but she runs great. Simple, no hydraulics. And it runs like a tank. So starts on the first pull every time, unlike my Skag over there, which starts on like the 3rd or 4th pull. Starts on the first pull every morning. When it gets hot out, it takes 3 or 4 pulls. I didn't get one electric start. Ding ding me. Anyway, like it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I appreciate it. Send me some likes, send me some comments, tell me what you like and don't like. And I will try and get this posted today. I got like 4 videos on here I'm going to try and post this weekend. And we'll see what happens. I went to the dump first thing this morning. I got my 2-cycle motor oil. Now I had to wait for them to open because they were late getting opening. Changed the blades, changed the tire, put the motor back in the trailer. Go inside and have some breakfast, which I haven't had yet. And it's already 11 o'clock, so I'll have some lunch instead. Anyway, you guys all take it easy out there. Like I said, please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments on like what you like and don't like. Or if you just want to say hi, talk to y'all later. Bye.